Jen,
Oh,
how
great.
many subs are you at right now? Are you getting close to that
Like
gold?
60,000,
You're
right?
getting close to
62,000.
that play button.
I'm on track to get it for my birthday in May.
Oh man, that's so exciting. I have to ask you to
So
send me. I've
excited.
always wanted one. I've always wanted
Oh
one.
my gosh. I
It's gonna go right
I am
there.
We'll get there, Jay.
celebrating at this point. I am like, "Ugh." Yeah. It's crazy. It was my goal to have it in a year. But I mean, it was one of those like, yeah, right, whatever.
The chance,
you know what I mean?
so few people, even the big ones, they've never hit that. I don't know if my mom knows what a play button is, but mom at 100,000, a million, and I believe
10 million.
10 million, you get what's called a play button. The first one's silver at 100,000, gold is a million, and then diamond is your 10 million. And again, that's my dream to just hit the gold one. I just want to touch one.
It's the gold one. I know, because I feel like and they don't recognize anything below that, and I think that sucks. And so what I did when I hit a million views, because I wanted a freaking party and I wanted YouTube to celebrate, and they don't. And so what I did was I set up this thing, and
I was
you were
there.
there. It was so awesome. And we did a party, and I had every 15 minutes, I had a new shift of people, and we had up to a dozen at a time. And I invited my partner manager, didn't think he would come. And he texted me, he's like, Jen, there's traffic. It's LA. I can't make it. And then he pulled over to the side of the road and sat at the side of the road with me live for 30 minutes. It was the coolest thing. But I really think they should celebrate that stuff, you know?
Yeah,
He's
Alex
like
is a nice
lead-in.
guy. Alex, I don't know him
Is he
obviously,
your
but
guy?
he's not mine. I have Kalen, but all of them are very nice. Like they genuinely, I do feel like they want us to all succeed. So it's just tough because I think they started with 3 community partner managers for the shorts community, and then they realized like, oh, 3 is not enough. So I think there's almost 10 now. I don't know who has who, but I know some people have. Well, just not the ones that we have, but. Yeah, I like Galen. She's told me a couple times, but it is tough to reach them sometimes, but understandably so.
It is. I can't imagine. They're like scrambling over there.
I can't imagine.
But,
yeah.
This is what we do. We set up like a race or something. We set up a race and see, like, we get it like really hyped up, and then we have like these 2 people like whatever.
Are you trying to race me to a play button? Is that what you're saying? You're probably gonna win. Yeah. If I'm still stuck at 3,000 subscribers for 10 years, I think you got me beat. But I like doing it because I'll say this because people talk about longevity and how long you could do this for. And my mom's seen the highs and lows of YouTube for me over the last decade, going on 11 years now. You have to really love this to stay in it, because I think a lot of people expect overnight success because they saw their favorite YouTuber do it, when in reality it takes time. You're not going to have that video that goes viral next week. Right? So I do it because I love it. I've never cared about numbers or anything. I stopped caring after like the 6th year, I would say. But it's fun. It's been a really fun, lifelong project that I can't see myself ever stopping. Of course, you slow things down for certain situations in life. But with that, as long as you love it, you don't want to stop, right?
No.
So that's why I really like it.
It's like an addiction. It really is. I mean, I fall asleep to watching YouTube. Listening to it, and I wake up checking my stats. Like it's a whole thing. I'm crazy with stats.
Yeah,
like,
I'm like it too.
You start it once and then you keep going. It's like this whole thing.
Yeah, and then you get the feedback and you love it. And even sometimes you get negative feedback and you're like, that sucks, but negative feedback kind of means you're getting views. Not in the negative way, but like it means that you're getting out there, right? It's not necessarily a bad thing when people. I mean, we could go through the whole why it hurts, but at the same time, that means it means you're in the algorithm. That's a good feeling.
Yeah, and someone took the time. I had somebody that said, I have not commented in 3 years, and I just wanted to say. And I was like, well, dang, I made that much of an impact. That's awesome. You're a jerk. But you know what? Obviously, I hit something, you know?
I'll tell you this, and I told my mom this one. When we first started the podcast, when my mom started doing it, one of the comments, and I don't remember who it was, but it was, to this day, probably the best comment I've ever got was, I love watching this podcast because your mom is like the mom I never had, because his mother was like a drug addict or something. I was like,
I never heard that.
I was like, gosh, yeah, because his mom was never there. So that's why those are the comments that keep me going. And I'm glad I don't know. I mean, obviously I won't say the name of who that person was. I'm sure you can find the comment, but that was, again, you can get 20 negative comments, but that one good comment is the one that keeps you going.
Yeah.